Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game 2 of the NCAA Summer League for 2015. Should have a great game starting in just a few minutes. I am Gary Dickman, joined by Tony Solito. Tony, this is year 3 for you and I of doing these games, and we're in for a great game coming up in the second of the quarterfinal games.
Good teams, you know, they've scored a lot. You know, the people like to see a lot of scoring. There are some very, very outstanding players, a couple really deservedly all-league players. And I think it's going to be a good game, and I can't wait till it starts, see what happens.
And the two teams getting ready for tip-off are Wealth Strategy partners. They have swept Clark Hatch Fitness in the 2 games they have played this year. Wealth Strategy, the number 3 seed going into tonight's game, and Clark Hatch Fitness, led by Phil Martin, the same, starting here in just a few minutes. We'll get ready for the starting lineup as we look at some of the highlights of the season from Wealth Strategy partners. They are led by Julian Sensley, but he is not here tonight, and that could really be an effect in this game. Not here for Wealth Strategy partners, but they've got the Broadus brothers. Rashawn, number 20, who you're watching on TV, and then William. Both of these guys were great in high school at Mililani and doing a great job throughout the Summer League, and we'll look forward to seeing them tonight. Those are the main guys for Wealth Strategy partners. A couple of other players will go as we get ready for the starting lineups in just a few minutes, but I think a big key, again, no Julian Sensley for Wealth Strategy. Their opponent tonight, as we mentioned, Clark Hatch Fitness. They come in as the number 6 seed, and we'll get to them in just a minute, led by, again, Phil Martin, as we look at some of the highlights. Phil Martin, their coach, player coach, doing a great job. Leon Ballard, who's been playing in this league a very long time, had 40 points earlier in the league. Looking at John Avila, taking a good jump shot. Aaron Valdez, great player for Clark Hatch Fitness, and he is not here tonight. We watch Kavika Lyons, Tony Solito's former player at HBU. Should be a great game, and even though Wealth Strategy had swept both games early this season, I look for a really good game coming up in just a few minutes. And joining us now, we are joined by one of the head coaches, Tony, one of your former players at HBU, Alvin Stevenson. Alvin, tell us about your thoughts as we get ready for this playoff game.
Well, it's been an interesting summer for us. We've only been able to get about 6 guys to show up, and they've been given the maximum effort that they can. So it's nothing new for us. We know we're going to go out there, we're going to fight against a good team. I think we have a huge advantage on the inside, so we're going to try to use Leon and Phil, and hopefully if they double team our shooters, we can make some shots tonight.
And we didn't mention it, but we should. Alvin is the coach for Clark Hatch Fitness. Phil Martin has a lot to do with his team as well. And you mentioned both of those guys, Leon Ballard and Phil Martin, 2 of the old-timers in this league, especially Leon Ballard. But those guys haven't missed a beat. They've been as good as when they were playing college basketball. You guys don't have Aaron Valdez, haven't had him for a little while, and maybe that'll offset the loss of Julian Sensley for the other team for Wealth Strategy. But how do you try to shut down the Broadus brothers, who've done a great job for Wealth Strategy?
We can't shut him down. We just hope that he's missing shots. We're going to try to make things difficult for him. He's a really good player. He's a tough guy to guard. So we're going to just try to use the defensive principles and try to stick together as a team and try to guard him, because one guy is not going to be able to guard him.
You played college basketball at HBU, and your coach is Tony Solito. What have you gained as far as knowledge and from the experience of playing under the legend Tony Solito?
Just
they're charging.
Toughness. Just toughness, the will to win, never get up, and you just fight all the way into the end.
Well, I think, you know, I recruited Alvin. He went to Marin Junior College, and he was a very hard recruit because he was being recruited by a lot of people. And we were very fortunate to get him. I think he started every game each year he played for us, and did an outstanding job scoring-wise and playing defense. But I think he's getting a little bit different perspective when you're a coach sitting over there. And, you know, sometimes you want to say, let me get out there and make and so it doesn't work that way when you're a coach. You know, you have to spend the time coaching. And I know you guys only get a night to watch him play. And it's really not a lot of time to do any coaching. But I think your team is ready to play tonight. You'll be able to play without Julian Sensley being on the other team. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel it's a huge load off. I mean, he's a good guy. He causes a lot of problems too. With him and the Broadus brothers together is a tough matchup. So now we have to worry about 2 guys versus 3 guys, and just hope that no one else gets off. So like I said, we're going to try to really use Leon and Phil Martin in the inside and try to pound them, and hopefully we can get somebody in foul trouble. But yeah, that's all we can do.
Well, we're looking forward to a great game, and we're going to have the other coach that you're going up against, a former teammate, I guess, at HPU, Marco Johnson for Wealth Strategy, joining us. We want to thank you for joining us, Alvin.
Yes.
Good luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Good luck, Al.
Thank you very much. And we're going to get his opposition as far as head coach, Marco Johnson, another former player from HPU under Tony Solito. He's the coach for Wealth Strategy Partners. We will have him join us right now and get his thoughts on tonight's game. Marco, congratulations on being here. I remember 2 years ago we talked to you about winning the championship. And hopefully we'll see you on Saturday night in that spot. For Clark Hatch Fitness, this is the team you guys swept in the regular season. Does that mean anything tonight?
Absolutely not. We're kind of down a couple people tonight, and they have some really big guys tonight, so we're going to have a little trouble guarding those big guys.
Well, one of your big guys is not here. Julian Sensley is not here. We talked to Alvin Stevenson about that. He kind of smiled about that. They're missing one of their guys, and Aaron Valdez as well. So maybe those guys will negate each other. But what are your thoughts about making do with everybody else that you have on your roster tonight?
Well, I think we're a lot faster without Julian. We have some guys that are really, really role players are looking to step up and hungry and get more touches. So they're going to give them an opportunity to show their game a little bit tonight.
Well, it looks like you have 7 guards out there tonight, and I think Golden State made a statement by playing a small team, and they were a lot quicker. And, you know, I've been saying this for as long as I can remember when I started coaching. There's really only 2 kind of players, and there's not really 5 positions, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's only 2 positions, players on the floor and players on the bench. So, you know, when you have 5 guards starting for you, if those 5 guards are better than no matter what the other team does, like Golden State proved in the playoffs, I think you can be successful. So even though Julian's not here, you must be looking forward to an up-and-down game and a different style from before.
Oh, definitely, definitely. That's what our pregame talk was. We talked about Golden State, and we talked about how fast we are and how we trying to get up and down the floor and trying to play more team defense tonight. And hopefully we can get out in transition.
Well, those are the fun games to watch. The fans are going to look forward to a high-scoring game. We love those in the summer league. We know you got to get it ready for the jump ball for tonight's game. Marco, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you, Gary.
Good luck, Coach.
That was Marco Johnson joining us here, getting ready for tip-off. We're about a minute or so away from the start of the second quarterfinal game. Wealth Strategy, the number 3 seed, against Clark Hatch Fitness, the number 6 seed. We'll be ready to give out the starting lineups and get ready for the jump ball in just a minute right here on Olelo TV. And we are just about ready for the jump ball. Second quarterfinal game of the first round of the playoffs here at Manoa Rec. Plenty of seats. We've got a good crowd here. If you're in the area and want to come down, but we thank you for joining us on Olelo TV. Tony Solito and myself looking forward to a great game. We will hear the starting lineups as we have not been given them yet, and we will give them to you as they are announced. Getting ready for a really good game against both teams losing some key players, and that happens in the Summer League, but still a lot of great players left on both sides. Should be a fun game, as Marco Johnson just told us. Should be a good up and down tempo game as well. Maybe a score where both teams are in the 100, and those are fun for the Summer League, and we're going to look forward to the jump ball getting ready right now. As we look at Clark Hatch Fitness taking the court, Phil Martin, one of the starters. We also have Kavika Lyons from HPU, John Avila, number 10, Leon Ballard, number 35, and also, to get one of these jerseys straightened out, I know there is a mix-up on number 50, but Kavika Lyons wearing number 21, and they have him on the roster as number 50. We'll get that straightened out in just a second. For Wealth Strategy Partner, Jordan Ranch will be starting at number 50. He is going to be the jump ball. Number 34, William Brodus. Number 20, Rashawn Brodus' brother, playing the point. And also for Wealth Strategy, number 44, Kamalu Umu, also getting the starting nod for them, as well as Dean Viana, number 22. Clark Hatch Fitness with the ball. Leon Ballard in the paint, pulls up from 12 feet, nothing but net. Leon Ballard out of Chaminade, giving Clark Hatch Fitness an early 2-0 lead. Brodus with the ball for Wealth Strategy, covered by Lyons. Little screen, goes baseline by Phil Martin, nothing there, and he is forced out of bounds. Loses the ball, turned over. Clark Hatch Fitness will get the ball. And we'll kind of find out exactly who number 50 is for Clark Hatch Fitness. John Avila bringing up the ball, another one of Tony Solito's former players for Clark Hatch Fitness. 2-0 lead as Leon Ballard has the only basket for Clark Hatch. She's got the ball at the elbow, drives baseline, little spin, pulls back with the jumper, hits the front of the rim, and is off. Vienna with the rebound for Welch Strategy. He gives the ball up to William Brodus. Left side, drives the baseline. Covered by Lyons. Gives it up, and Ranch makes a little runner into the lane, and we are tied at 2. So far, Tony, a little bit of up-tempo game as we expected.
Yeah, well, you know, the Brodus brothers are very outstanding. Pro players, I think. I think they're playing pro ball in Canada. And Leon Ballard led the league in scoring with 29 points a game. And I've often said about Leon, if he had a jump shot, he'd be in the pros. He's a
But he's really consistent player at Chaminade and in the summer league. Been playing forever. Rashawn Brodus drives baseline. Left-handed layup is good as Welch Strategy takes a 2-point lead, 4-2. John Avila bringing up the ball across midcourt for Clark Hatch Fitness, covered by Rashawn Brodus. I think Rashawn Brodus, of the players left in this league, some players have left, might be the best player remaining in this summer league. Had a great game last week and as well as all season long. Phil Martin getting the ball down low, covered by Vienna, a little bit of a mismatch. Martin loses the ball, gives it back to Avila for a 3, hits the back of the rim, and William Brodus gets the rebound. He advances past midcourt, gives it over to Umu, drives baseline, nothing there. Ball goes out of bounds. Welch Strategy partners will retain possession. 18 minutes and 1 second left in the first half. 4-2 lead for Welch Strategy. As Umu about to inbound the ball, gives it over to Rashawn Brodus. Fall-away jumper is short. Tip out that to Vienna for the three-pointer, and that is good by Dean Vienna. And now we have a 7-2 lead for Welch Strategy. And we're going to try to find out who number 50 for Clark Hatch Fitness is in just a second. We don't see him on the roster just yet. Phil Martin with the ball, spinning in the lane, nothing there. Gives it back to Kavika Lyons. A long 3, hits the front of the rim, is short. Rebound by Ranch. He takes it coast to coast, goes there, nothing there, but pulls up, and he will be fouled. And Jordan Ranch, number 50 for Welch Strategy partners, at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Who is 50?
Well, 50 for Welch Strategy is Jordan Ranch. We've got that. We're trying to find out who number 50 is for Clark Hatch Fitness.
Well, I don't know what his name is, but he's pretty quick. He's pretty quick.
Yes, he is. And the first free throw is good. 8-2 lead. And the second free throw is good. We have a 9-2 lead for Welch Strategy partner. Remember, they swept both games in the regular season, an early 7-point lead. Avila with a long 3. That is good. Big basket for Clark Hatch Fitness. They close it to within 4, trailing 9-5. William Brodus with the ball for Welch Strategy. Pulls up by the 3-point line, covered by Ballard. Fake, nothing there. Gives it to Umu on the other side, covered by Phil Martin. Back up top to Vienna. He drives left side of the lane. Right-handed shot almost, then hits the rim and out. Leon Ballard with the rebound. Bringing it across midcourt. Back to Avila on the left side. Leon Ballard with a 3-point shot, and that is too long. Long rebound comes out to Rashawn Brodus. He goes into the lane. Left-handed layup is good for Rashawn Brodus. 11-5 lead, Welch Strategy partner. And number 50, we have now confirmed for Clark Hatch Fitness, is Bob Tualoa. Martin drives baseline, nothing there. Kavika Lyons out for a 3 in the right corner. Around the rim and out. Tip in is loose and is covered, controlled by Tualoa. Got a whistle, and I think we need to reset the shot clock. After that missed shot, the clock shot did not reset. And we will have Clark Hatch Fitness, Kavika Lyons inbounding the ball in front of the Welch Strategy bench right across from us. 11-5 lead for Welch Strategy. Avila with the ball, screened by Martin. Pulled to the left side, fires up a 3. That is too long. Rebound is controlled by Ranch. Gives it over to Brodus, pulls up for a 3. It is good. They call it a 2. His foot was on the line. And now an 8-point lead, 13-5 for Welch Strategy partner. We'll have a timeout from Clark Hatch Fitness, 16:04 left in the first half.
Those Brodus brothers are just seriously quick and seriously still good. I don't know how old they are, but they still play very, very good basketball. They're very confident. They're quick. And, you know, when you have 2 scorers like that on a team, you can pretty much make sure that you're in every game. They're leading now by 8. So let's see how they do the rest of the game, because they're certainly an influential bunch
Yeah,
of players.
and I think Derek Lowe is the best guard in this league. He has returned to play professionally in Romania about a week ago. And again, a great player. I think Rashawn Brodus is the best guard, if not the best overall player remaining in this league. We don't have many of the current University of Hawaii players left, but Brodus looking like he's a college star. Did attend BYU for a couple of years, and then did play a little pro ball overseas, but doing a great job in the summer league once again.
Oh, yeah. Well, Brodus can play anywhere. It wouldn't really matter. He could play at UH. He could play anywhere. He's a very good player. He's definitely a Division I player.
Really tough to stop, and we'll continue to watch that matchup as Rashawn Brodus is covering John Avila as he walks past midcourt with the ball, gives up the Ballard, top of the key, down low in the paint to Martin, goes to his left, and he will be fouled by Kiri McCraven out of Moanalua High School, just checking into the game, checking in for Jordan Ranch for Wealth Strategy Partners. And that is the only substitution so far.
Well, they're going to go inside the Martin. I'll tell you that. They're going to go inside the Martin all the time.
They've got the size
They
advantage.
have the size advantage.
Umu covering Ballard, drives into the lane, right-handed layup is good, and they call a foul. And now we'll see if they call that basket good, and they do.
They do.
It'll be 2 points plus the free throw coming up right now for Leon Ballard. Again, one of the guys who's played maybe longer than anybody else in this current league's rosters, and still looking like he's a college player as well.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think he has been one of the 3 or 4 outstanding players in this league in the past 10 years. He's a terrific basketball player.
Averaging
great
just under
around
30
the
points a
basket.
game.
Yeah, just averaging under 30 a game, and I don't know. He's just outstanding. He expanded his game out a little bit. He'd really be much more difficult to
Age
handle.
has not affected him as he makes the free throw. 13-8 Wealth Strategy, 15:35 left in the first half. Brodus with the ball, trying to get a screen from Vienna. Nothing there. Pull it back out. Give it to his brother William for the three. The left side, that is short. And the ball is controlled by Clark Hatch Fitness and Leon Ballard, who advances the ball past midcourt, covered by Umu. Going by the right corner, drives into the lane, the left side. Turnaround jumper from 8 feet is out. Umu with the rebound, gives it over to Vienna. Looking to run. Wealth Strategy. Vienna into the lane. Tried to give it off to Umu, goes out of bounds off of Clark Hatch Fitness. Wealth Strategy Partners will inbound the ball. 24 seconds left on the shot clock. They use a 30-second shot clock like NCAA basketball for the men will use this year as well. 13-8, 5-point lead for Wealth Strategy Partner. 15 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first half. And now checking in for Wealth Strategy, Keola Stitzel. Seen him over the years out of Roosevelt, and the basket is good. And now it is a 17-8 lead. Kavika Lyons with the ball for Clark Hatch Fitness. Over to Phil Martin. Right corner. Drives into the lane. Pull-up jumper from 10 is good. Phil Martin with the basket for Clark Hatch Fitness.
They are going to throw the ball
15-10.
inside the Martin Gary all the time. All the time.
He looks even stronger than he was at UH, if that's possible. Loose ball in the corner.
Well, I think he looks stronger, of course. He's playing against smaller players.
And he also works for Clark Hatch Fitness. He's got an excuse or a reason to be strong. Stitzel with the ball. Spin move into the lane. Back out to Umu. And then a long three-pointer by Waikoloa Noah, who's just checking into the game for Wealth Strategy Partner. That shot is short. Ballard with the ball down low to Martin. Double team. Gives it up top to Kavika Lyons. Long three. Hits the front of the rim. Bounces up and is no good. And we've got the rebound by McCraven out of Moanalua High School. Noah drives into the lane behind the back. Goes up for the layup. It is no good. Ballard with the rebound. 13:55 left in the first half. 5-point lead, 15-10 for Wealth Strategy. Kavika Lyons takes about a three, pulls up for a long two, and that is around the rim and out. Umu with the rebound for Wealth Strategy. Over to Stitzel. Jason Watanabe out of Punahou checks in the game for Clark Hatch Fitness. Loose ball controlled by Kavika Lyons. Clark Hatch Fitness advances past midcourt. Lyons with the ball. Pulls it back out, gives it to Ballard by the elbow. Spin move over Umu. Pull-up jumper by the baseline. Bounces up and out. Controlled by Clark Hatch Fitness. Phil Martin with the ball. Pulls up for an 18-footer. That is off. The loose rebound controlled by McCraven of Moanalua for Wealth Strategy. Goes in for the layup, and that is good. And a basket free throw coming up for Kiri McCraven from Moanalua, number 35 for Wealth Strategy. Good high school player last year for Moanalua, Kiri McCraven.
And Jason Watanabe was a good high school player for Punahou. He played
Football
at Punahou.
and basketball.
Football and basketball. He was a DB in football, and he was an outstanding guard on their basketball team.
Good three-point shooter, I remember as well.
Had him when he was 12 and 13, and he was easily the best player in the state. He
Wow.
was just a great player.
Craven's free
Fortunately, he
throw.
never grew.
Yeah, really. The Craven's free throw is good, and the score is now 18-10.
Well, this is the second game, Garrett. Craven has played very well. He started off this game very well. Last game, he played extremely well.
Watanabe with the ball for Clark Hatch. Gives it over to Ballard. Back out to Watanabe. Thinks about a three. Pulls up into the lane. Nothing there. Gives it back up top to Lyons. 12 on the shot clock. Ballard down low. Double team. Watanabe for a long three. And just like he was at Punahou, he makes the long three for Clark Hatch Fitness. 5-point game. 18-13 Wealth Strategy. William Brodus with the ball. Covered by Ballard. Looking for a screen from McCraven. Gives it to him. Ballard covers Brodus, loses the ball, and Ballard picks it up, drives into the lane. He will be fouled. Shot is no good. Leon Ballard will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. 18-13 the score. Wealth Strategy, 12:32 left in the first half. Leon Ballard with 5 points and 4 rebounds already. He had 40 just a couple of games ago, 40 points in this league.
This is a typical game for Leon. He's just a terrific summer league player. He's very good.
I'm amazed at some of these players who never seem to age in these summer leagues. I know I have.
He's one
some
of
these
them.
players look the same as their college days. First free throw is good, 18-14. And I was kind of curious how these teams would play. Sensley has played up until tonight for Wealth Strategy. Aaron Valdez hasn't played in a couple of weeks for Clark Hatch Fitness. They've had more time to adjust. Second free throw is good by Ballard.
Well, I've heard none of the UH players have played so far.
None of the current ones. Noah with the ball, gives it over to Stitzel, covered by Watanabe. Stitzel goes left, now right. Nothing there in the lane. Gives it outside of McCraven. Over to Ranch. Nothing there, baseline. Noah with the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Gives it down low to William Brodus. Posting up Avila. Looks for something, but Phil Martin knocks the ball away and controls the basketball. Gives it over to Ballard, driving in. Turnaround is no good, but he gets fouled before the shot. 12:04 left in the first half. 3-point game, 18-15 Wealth Strategy as Clark Hatch Fitness will inbound under their own basket. Avila inbounding the ball. New shot clock. Ballard with the ball. Spin move. Almost traveled. They don't call it, but they call the basket good. And a foul. Leon Ballard almost got away with a walk there. And we've been talking about Leon Ballard, and again he converts down low and draws the foul, looking for another 3-point play.
Well, both of their coaches are high school coaches, Gary. Marco coaches at Maryknoll and Alvin coaches at Damien, and so they're really into the game, which is the way it should be. They've been here all the time. They haven't missed a game. And, you know, they're really excited about coaching, and I think that lends to the atmosphere.
Sometimes you get the impression that these summer league games are almost like pickup games. They don't play defense, and some are. These games aren't, as you mentioned, partly because of the coaches. They are active right now coaching high school.
Well, I think you'll notice the playoff games are played extremely more serious than the regular season game.
Clark Hatch Fitness with the ball, trailing now by 1 as Ballard misses the free throw, still has 9 points. Tualoa down low with the ball, nothing there, gives it to Avila up top. 12 on the shot clock. Phil Martin outside, almost at the 3-point line. Shot is too long. Stitzel gets the rebound for Wealth Strategy. Trailing by up by 1, 11-12 left in the first half. Ranch with a long shot, and that is good. They'll call it a 2 for Jordan Ranch, and now 2017 3-point lead for Wealth Strategy. Watanabe with the ball, crosses midcourt for Clark Hatch. Covered by Noah. Phil Martin now with the ball down low. Every time Martin gets the ball, he is double teamed down low. Smart strategy if you are Marco Johnson, not letting him getting any easy baskets.
No. Well, he's given up so much size inside. He's got to do that.
Ball goes out of bounds. 18 on the shot clock. 3-point lead for Wealth Strategy. Ballard gets the ball in the left corner. Backs up. Umu turns up for the shot. 10-footer is no good. Ball is loose. And it is still loose, and we'll see what the call is. So they might be calling a foul, I believe.
Foul.
And didn't see who that foul is on, but they do call the ball in favor of Clark Hatch Fitness. They will inbound John Avila under their basket. 28 on the shot clock. 3-point lead, 20-17 for Wealth Strategy Partners. Leading scorer Leon Ballard with 9 for Wealth Strategy. And for Clark Hatch Fitness, Rashawn Brodus with 6 points along with 1 rebound. They clean up the floor, ready to inbound. Avila with the ball, finds Ballard in the left corner. Up top to Watanabe. He takes a long 3, and it is good again. Nothing but net. We talked about how good he was at Punahou shooting the 3. Hasn't missed a beat, has he? Tie game of 20. Brodus with the ball. He'll try a 3. William Brodus' shot is short. Ballard with the rebound. And Clark Hatch Fitness look to take their first lead of the evening, tied at 20. Covered by Umu. Ballard pulls up for a 17-footer. It is no good. Umu with the rebound. Over to Brodus. He advances the ball, covered by Avila on the right side. Down low to his brother William, who does a little pump fake and is fouled underneath the basket by Bob Tualoa, and he will go to the free throw line. William Brodus for 2. Trying to give Walt Strategy their lead back. They were leading the whole game. This is the first tie since we started about 10 minutes ago. 10:07 left in the first half. Brodus averaging 22 points a game. What a great combination, as Tony and I have said, with William and Rashawn Brodus out of Mililani High School. First free throw is good. Walt Strategy up by 1.
They play with 5 guards. Walt Strategy playing with 5 guards.
Well, they've got the quickness on their side. Second free throw is good by Brodus. And Phil Martin still in the game. We'll see if he gets double teamed as usual every time he touches the ball.
Towers over everybody.
Avila with the ball, covered by Rashawn Brodus. 2-point lead for Walt Strategy. Little screen by Ballard. Nothing really there. Avila still with the ball, covered by Brodus. And the ball is stolen by Umu. He goes in for a layup, and he misses the layup. Kamalu Umu misses the layup after the great steal. Avila with the ball, gets the ball knocked away. And now William Brodus looking to get a breakaway. Controls a loose ball, loses it on the way up, and it goes out of bounds off of Clark Hatch Fitness. Jason Watanabe with a good recovery there, preventing the layup, but Walt Strategy up by 2, has the ball under their own basket. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Rashawn Brodus inbounding, and he finds Kamalu Umu. Gives it to Brodus, pull-up jumper from 18, little short. Vienna with a great rebound, and he is fouled in the paint. Great rebound on the offensive end for Dean Vienna. Really strong rebounder there. And he will go to the line for 2. 22-20. Walt Strategy up by 2. 9:29 left in the first half. And we're more than halfway through the first half. We haven't seen the benches used that much by either side. Maybe 1 or 2 players at most. Both teams look like they have 3 subs. A little shorter roster than we saw in the middle of the season. But this is a big game, so you got to go with what got you here with the starters. As Vienna converts both free throws. Now a 4-point lead, 24-20. Walt Strategy up by 4. 9:29 left in the game, in the first half. Watanabe will take a seat. Kavika Lyons back in the game. And he has the ball. Gives it over to Leon Ballard down low. Thinks about baseline, cuts up to the middle, and Lyons tries a 3. He is fouled. William Brodus getting him after the release. And Kavika Lyons now going to the free throw line for 3 foul shots, where his team trailing by 4. You don't want to foul a jump shooter, but Brodus committed himself, had nowhere else to go but to connect with Kavika Lyons.
Well, I recruited Kavika Lyons because he was a terrific high school 3-point shooter. I went to a Punahou Cam game, and he had 7 threes in the first half. And I said right then and there, I think I'm going to sign that guy. He can really shoot the ball. And he did. He led the ILH in 3-point shooting. He's a terrific shooter. And a good free throw shooter, too. Excellent.
First free throw is good. And I've admired his game over the years. He's been a mainstay in the summer leagues as well. And he seems like he's getting a little stronger over the years.
Well, he's an extremely intelligent player. And, he possesses a great shot. So, I think those are a couple of the things that really bode well for you as a basketball player. He's extremely intelligent on the floor.
Doesn't seem to make mistakes. All 3 foul shots are good. We have a 1-point game. 9:15 left in the first half. 24-23, Walt Strategy. Rashawn Brodus with the ball over to his brother William in the right corner. And he drives into the lane, and he will get fouled. It looks like it was Leon Ballard. We'll check on who the foul was. I believe it was Leon Ballard committing the foul. William Brodus going to the free throw line for 2 foul shots, trying to extend the 1-point lead. William Brodus with 2 points. It almost seems like he has more, but he's got 2 points with 1 rebound, trying to double that amount. First free throw around the rim and drops in for William Brodus.
That shows you what a good touch will do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice soft touch like that. Obviously going to fall off to the right, falls in the basket.
Second free throw, nothing but net for Brodus, who extends the lead. 26-23, 9 minutes coming up in the first half. Brodus now with 4 points on the night, William Brodus. Phil Martin with the ball, top of the three-point line, gives it to Ballard in the paint. Turnaround jumper is good for Leon Ballard. I'm not sure if he's missed maybe more than one jumper tonight. Now with 11 points and 7 rebounds. We're only midway through the first half, or a little bit more than that. Vienna drives the baseline, shot is short. Ball is controlled by Kavika Lyons for Clark Hatch. Now covered by Brodus. Fights through a screen. Picks up the dribble and now gives it over to Avila, who throws it down low to Phil Martin, trying to get the ball shot off without the double team getting there. The double team is late. Phil Martin got a clean look, but it is short. Umu with the ball for Clark Hatch. Gets it over to William Brodus. He drives in the lane. Blocked by Ballard, but they'll call a little contact as well. And Leon Ballard called for another foul. We'll see how many fouls that is on Leon Ballard. And it's only his first. They call that foul on Phil Martin. Phil Martin has 2 fouls. Okay. Brodus at the line again. Again with a 1-point lead for Wells Strategy. And again hits the first free throw. 5 points on the night for William Brodus. 2-point lead, 27-25. Second free throw bounces in and out. Rebound is controlled by Bob Tuaola. Now John Avila with the ball for Clark Hatch, trailing by 2. Ballard with the ball, right corner. Over to Kavika Lyons on the other side. He throws up a 3. It is off. Umu with the rebound over to Rashawn Brodus. Brodus pulls up from 18. Nothing but net for Rashawn Brodus. 4-point lead for Wells Strategy as Brodus, Rashawn Brodus now with 8 points on the night, as well as 5 rebounds. Avila with the ball, covered by Brodus. Martin with the ball, double team from Vienna, knocks the ball out. Tuola gets the ball, down low, tries a couple of fakes, nothing there. Back up top to Avila. 22 on the shot clock. Tuola with the ball, little contact, no foul called. Avila with the ball now. Umu again with a little contact, trying for the steal, nothing there. And Avila will pull up for the 3. Hits the back of the rim and out. Rashawn Brodus with another rebound. Over to his brother William, cross court. William drives baseline, sticks out the elbow, and they will call an offensive foul. And that is 3 fouls on William Brodus. That is a concern. And I believe it's just like college 5 fouls allowed in the summer league. We'll have to double check on that. But 3 fouls on William Brodus. 4-point lead for Wells Strategy.
Allowed 6.
6 fouls you are allowed. A little different than NCAA Division I. Avila with the ball, covered by Stitzel. Crosses midcourt, over to Ballard in the elbow, covered by Umu. Good physical matchup. Ballard with that pull-up jumper that he loves, and understandably so, because he keeps hitting those shots from the elbow with those pull-ups. Stitzel with the ball, goes in the lane, but nothing there. Gives it out to Jordan Rance, who was checked back in the game. Over to Vienna for a 3. In and out for Dean Vienna. Phil Martin with the rebound. 2-point lead for Wells Strategy. 6:40 left in the first half. Ballard with the ball, covered by Umu. Drives to his left, pull up, and it is off. Rance with the rebound, over to Rashawn Brodus. He drives in, little stutter step, tries a right-handed layup from the left side. It is short. Clark Hatch with the ball. Phil Martin driving into the lane. And he pulls up with a layup, and now we are tied at 29. 6:15 left in the first half, tie game at 29. Vienna with the ball, over to Brodus, down baseline against Avila, has a little bit of a mismatch. Pull up from 8 feet is short, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Phil Martin. And they will give the ball to Wells Strategy partner. 6:08 left in the first half, tie game at 29. I expect this game to be close until the last minute or 2. Umu with the ball, back to the 3-point line, thinks about it. Drives baseline instead, but Leon Ballard with the steal knocks the ball away for Clark Hatch Fitness. With the ball, driving against Umu. Ball gets knocked away by Umu, returning the favor. Brodus with the ball to Umu, 2-and-1 break. Stitzel with the basket, and it is good. Stitzel breaks the tie, 31-29, Wells Strategy. Kavika Lyons with the ball, over to John Avila, crossing midcourt. 5:40 left in the half. Phil Martin baseline, gives it over to Tualoa with a scoop basket right by the left side, and it is good. We are tied at 31. Stitzel with the ball, pulls it back outside, covered by Avila. 31 all. Stitzel with the ball. And little contact there, nothing called. Drives in the lane, the left-handed shot is no good. Stitzel complaining that there was contact.
I thought that might have been an offensive foul, not a defensive foul.
I think he pushed off as well, yeah. He shouldn't have been complaining. Kavika Lyons with the ball for Clark Hatch. Gets a little separation by Ballard's screen. Now over to Ballard, covered by Umu. Right by the three-point line, Ballard drives in the lane, and the shot is a rare miss for Ballard, but the putback by Bob Tualoa is good for Clark Hatch, and they've got their first lead of the night by 2, 33-31. Rashawn Brodus with the ball, covered by Kavika Lyons. Pull up from 18, and it is nothing but net by Rashawn Brodus.
He created so much space on that step back, about 3 feet, man.
Might be a James Harden a little bit. Double team by Welt Strategy with John Avila controlling the ball, and they will call a foul on Welt Strategy. That is on number 10, Keola Stitzel. 4:30 left in the half. Tie game again. We've had about 7 ties in this first half. Clark Hatch Fitness briefly had a 2-point lead. And John Avila now at the free throw line as they are in the bonus. John Avila looking to give Clark Hatch Fitness a lead again with a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. Avila getting ready. First free throw is long. A little too strong, no good. Controlled by McCraven, back in the game for Welt Strategy. Over to Rashawn Brodus. Screened by his brother Williams. Good pick and roll. Brodus with nothing there. Turns around, brings it out to Stitzel, covered by Avila. 15 on the shot clock. Brodus, William Brodus from the corner left side. The three is good for Welt Strategy as they get their lead back. 36-33. Coming up in the 4-minute mark of the first half here in quarterfinal number 2. Avila with the ball, gives it over to Phil Martin. Little fake, turns left, nothing there in the lane. Pulls up anyway for the shot, not close for Phil Martin there. Welt Strategy with the rebound. Rashawn Brodus with a no-look pass to Kerry McCraven. He gives it over to Noah. Back over to William Brodus for a 3. That is too strong. Kavika Lyons controls the rebound for Clark Hatch Fitness. Almost got into a double team. Lyons pulls the ball out, gives it to Ballard, who is now double teamed, and loses the ball. McCraven knocking the ball away. Gives it over to Noah, and Waikoloa Noah gets the layup in for Welt Strategy. And they were just trailing by 2. They are now up by 5, 38-33. 3:26 left in the first half here, the quarterfinal at Manoa Rec Center. Welt Strategy with the lead.
And 5 guards are leading the other team.
I like what you said before the game, and you were bringing up Golden State as a comparison, Tony. But it doesn't matter what side you have, what position, the 5 best players will win. It doesn't matter where they play. They definitely have a size mismatch for Clark Hatch Fitness with the size advantage, but Welt Strategy really employing their strategy and holding on to the lead basically throughout.
Well, I think a lot of teams and a lot of coaches do that. They recruit players by the number. You know, he's my 5-man at 7-footer, 6'11". And I have always thought that, you know, what you're going to do as a coach is try and recruit the 5 best players you can, or however many scholarships you have available.
And for Marco Johnson of Welt Strategy, he was a little short-handed, but he told us before the game they were going to have an up-tempo game, go with the guards, and try to use their speed advantage, and it has worked so far. Well, John Avila inbounding the ball for Clark Hatch Fitness, down by 5. Double team, gets back to Phil Martin. Ballard down baseline, goes around under the basket and goes up, and he will be fouled. Looks like Rashawn Brodus with the foul. Leon Ballard will go to the line for 2.
Well, Marco was an excellent point guard for me, so he's a very guard-orientated guy anyway. You know, he was a good one. He's
now both of these
quick.
Players, both were playing under you at the same time with Alvin Stevenson.
No, Marco played first. Marco played first. Alvin played next. They didn't play on the same team.
Leon Ballard at the line, misses the first free throw, a rare miss for Ballard.
Well, I have a big problem with guys who throw the ball at the basket. I think Leon Ballard, this is the only weakness in this game. He doesn't push his free throw. He throws it, and I'm not a throw. I don't favor throw shooters like him. See, throw, bang. You know, I like guys that push it.
That is a good point. And there's a weakness maybe to his free throw shooting as he does miss both free throws. But the ball goes out of bounds off of Walt Strategy. Clark Hatch Fitness retaining possession. New shot clock, down by 5. Ballard with the ball, doing what he does well down baseline. Gives it up, though, to Aloha, down to Phil Martin. Good passing, but the shot is off. Phil Martin controlling the offensive rebound. It is up and good. 3-point lead now for Walt Strategies. They've got the ball with Rashawn Brodus. Gives it over to McCraven, way up top near midcourt. Back over to Stitzel playing the point. Thinks about a 3. Gives it up to Noah. Drives in the lane, ball gets knocked out by Phil Martin. William Brodus with a long 3, and that is it for William Brodus. Now making it a 6-point lead, 41-35 Walt Strategy, 2:31 left in the first half. Stitzel all over Avila as he bounces the ball past midcourt, goes around the screen by Martin. Ballard now with the ball. Gives it to Martin, cutting into lane for the two-handed dunk, and he is fouled. Phil Martin converted. There was no stopping Phil Martin once he got a step and was going in with that side into the lane. Gets the basket, the dunk, and a free throw.
Well, there's no stopping Phil Martin if his energy level is high. Sometimes he gets a little tired and he slows down his game. But when when his energy level is high, like it was on that slam right there, he's very difficult for this league to handle in the low post because he's one of the bigger guys and stronger guys.
Makes the free throw, 9 points for Martin, but the basket is converted by Noah. Get an easy basket after the free throws, and the lead is back to 5 for Walt Strategy. Kavika Lyons with the ball, covered by Noah. Sees a screen by Ballard, look for the pick and roll, nothing there. Gives it back down to Ballard, down low, covered by Noah. Double team comes with Brodus. Pull up is short. Walt Strategy with the ball. Rashawn Brodus to his brother William. Over to the left side for Stitzel, a long 3. It is off the rim. Lions with the rebound. 1:45 left in the half. 5-point lead for Walt Strategy. Lions with the ball. Over to Avila. Covered by Brodus. Rashawn goes in for the steal, and he does steal the ball from Phil Martin. Gets to a Cuddy McCraven, who goes in for the easy layup for Walt Strategy. Good passing. Good play by Rashawn Brodus.
Great pass. Great pass.
Defensively and with that great pass, Louis McCraven. 7-point lead now. Haven't seen that since the opening minutes for Walt Strategy. Martin with the ball, double team, pulls up for the shot. No good. Loose ball controlled by Ballard. That is up and good. 45-40, 1:06 left in the first half. Brodus with the ball, covered by Tuola. Rashawn pulls it back. Drives baseline, pulls it back, drives again to the baseline. Underneath the basket, behind the back pass to Noah, and the ball is put up by Noah.
Well, that was a great thought pass. He knew that guy was back there. He did it behind his back, and it was a great thought pass. He could see it all the way. Great pass.
And Noah smart, knowing to get open after Brodus drove. 35 seconds left in the half. Ballard with the ball. Avila with a long 3, and that is off. Ballard with the rebound. New shot clock. They don't use it. Tuola puts up a wild shot. On the left side of the basket is no good. Brodus comes up now. 20 seconds left in the half, and they are not using the shot clock at all. As Rashawn Brodus hits another 3, and now it's a 10-point lead just like that. 50-40 for Walt Strategy. 10 seconds left. Clark Hatch Fitness will use the clock. Take the last shot, it looks like, but they do not. As Ballard puts up a 3 with 4 seconds left. Stitzel with a shot from midcourt, hits the front of the rim, and is off. We are at halftime. What an exciting first half we have had here at Manoa Rec. We have got a 7-point lead, 50-43. Walt Strategy over Clark Hatch Fitness. Your thoughts on the first half, Tony?
I thought that Walt Strategy's game was exactly the game they had to play to be in the lead like this. Quick, bring the ball up court. You have to shoot the 3. They have to shoot the 3. They got all guards. I mean, they have no choice. Get some penetration when they can. But, basically they're a 3-point shooting team, and they're doing it very well. 2 Brodus brothers, people can't stop them in this league because they're both very good. And so I think that's why they have this lead right now.
They combined for 24 points. Rashawn with 13, William for 11. No surprise there, just what we expected for Clark Hatch Fitness. No surprise, as Leon Ballard has 18 points, Phil Martin with 9.
And them from shooting.
It's one of the things I'm actually looking for in the second half when you talked about guys maybe being a little tired. We talked about the benches not getting used, and there's not a really long bench for either team with 8 players total for each side. But you wonder about some of these guys. Will fatigue be a factor as they get into the closing minutes if this is a close game? The Brodus brothers have played the entire 20 minutes of the first half. Phil Martin and Ballard, I believe, have played all 20 minutes as well, and we'll see if fatigue does come into play later on in the second half.
Well, you see, that's what happens when you get in playoff games. You know, you have a tendency to stick with your starters a lot longer than during the regular season. During the regular season, you know, you give everybody a rest. Okay, we'll wait. But somehow when you get into the playoff, your urgency is a little bit different than it is in the regular season.
We are about 3 minutes away from the second half starting. Got a great game going on here at Manoa Rec, second quarterfinal game of the night. 50-43 is the lead for Walt Strategy Partners. We'll take a quick break and be ready for the second half right here on Olelo TV. We are getting ready for the second half to start here at Manoa Rec. 50-43 is the lead. Walt Strategy with the ball and the lead. Gary Dickman here along with the legend Tony Solito. The winner of this game will get National Fire Protection, the number 2 seed, on Thursday night. And that'll be the first game at 6 o'clock on Thursday. 3 is short by Brodus. Second game on Thursday will be Artie Wilson's number 1 seed, Electricians Hawaii. And they will get chosen few of the winner of the first game tonight. That will be at 7:30 on Thursday. Ballard with the ball, pulled back. Another 10-footer is nothing but net for Leon Ballard. He is really keeping Clark Hatch Fitness in this game. Brodus goes in like a wide receiver catching a long pass, goes in for the uncontested layup. Back to a 7-point lead, 52-45, Walt Strategy. Same starters as in the first half for both teams. Avila with the ball, covered by Dean Vienna. Up to Ballard, covered by Jordan Ranch. Martin in the paint, double teamed as usual. Tuola with nothing there, pulls it back out to Ballard. 12 on the shot clock. Kavika Lyons tries to find Phil Martin. He does, and there's going to be a foul called, I believe, as Phil Martin, strong as he is, tried to make a move to go to the basket on the left side, and there's a body waiting for him right there. It's holding his left arm right now, his left elbow. And the fouls, and when you look at who fouled him, you can understand why he's holding his left elbow. Kamaulu Umu, really big guy, looks like a tight end. Got a real good-sized body, good basketball player, and he commits the foul. Looking to wipe up the court.
Why do they have Kamalu going to the University of Hawaii? Is he a
I was
player?
trying to figure that out, too.
Is he a player for them?
Not for basketball.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
And we hear it might be football. I don't remember him on the football roster, but we'll double
Football
check.
practice. He can't be out here if there's football.
Yeah, if he's on this year's team, he wouldn't be here tonight. They start practice tomorrow, the UH football team. Avila inbounding the ball underneath his basket to Ballard, double team. Tries to find an open player, tries to find Avila at the other side, and the three-pointer is good by John Avila. 4-point lead for Walt Strategy, 52-48. Dean Vienna with the ball, covered by Tuola. Tried the fadeaway jumper, but he's off balance, and it wasn't really close. Avila picks up the loose ball, gives it over to Ballard. Back to Avila, tries another three, and Avila almost makes it 2 in a row, but it is around the rim and out. William Brodus with the rebound for Walt Strategy. He'll pull up for a 3, and that hits the back of the rim. Ranch with the rebound, drives in the lane, double team, but finds an opening. Nice basket by Jordan Ranch. And the basket is good. A little layup for Walt Strategy gives them a 6-point lead. Leon Ballard with the ball, covered by Jordan Ranch. Back up top to Kavika Lyons. Now to Avila, back over to Lyons. Ballard down low, ball is knocked away by Rashawn Brodus. Umu picks it up, gives it over to Dean Vienna. He finds William Brodus open for a 3, and that is good. William Brodus with an open 3 on the right side, and now a 9-point lead for Walt Strategy Partners. Again, the winner of this game will get National Fire Protection Thursday at 6 o'clock right here at Manoa Rec. Ballard finds it open to Ola, and that is no good, but he is fouled. And he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. 9-point lead for Walt Strategy, 57-48. Bob Tuola at the free throw line for 2. And they say he is from Impact Academy. Not exactly sure where that is. First free throw is good.
What is Impact Academy?
I don't know. That's what it says on the roster. It's Impact Academy.
I tried to look that up, but I couldn't find anything that said Impact Academy.
Second free throw is no good. Brodus with the rebound for Wells Strategy. Finds Vienna at the top, over to Ranch. Back over to Umu on the left side. 18 on the shot clock. Rashawn Brodus has the ball, pulls up. Dribble between the legs, and the three-pointer is good for Rashawn Brodus. What a treat he is to watch. What a player.
That was a shot. That was a shot.
Three-pointer gives Wells Strategy an 11-point lead, 60-49, 17 minutes left in the second half. Phil Martin fakes and then takes the shot right back to the free throw line. It is off. Tuola with a loose ball. He is fouled as he hits the ground.
Well, that's not Phil Martin's shot. That's not a good shot for him. He's a back-to-the-basket player in this league. When you throw him the ball in the low post, he'll score.
They dared him to shoot that shot.
Yeah, even a nice shot like that, a good look. It doesn't seem to me to be one of his favorite shots.
We have got a timeout as Clark Hatch Fitness called the timeout. Going to the line for 2. Down by 11, 60-49. Tony Solito checking during halftime, and we find out that Dason Watanabe, really good three-point shooter tonight, played football and basketball at Punahou. We hear he will be walking on at UNLV for basketball next season.
Well, that's what he said, and I said to him, I think that's great. Just try and remember, playing time. I think playing time in any sport for any player anywhere in the country is perhaps the most important thing. Nobody that I know likes to sit on. If you like to sit on the bench, you shouldn't be playing at all.
That brings up a player that I know you and I have talked about over the years. I had found out a couple of days ago that Joshua Coe, former player at Kalaheo when they won the state championship, walked on at Pitt. Hasn't played for 2 years except for garbage time. He has left Pitt. And we hear there's a chance he's going to try to walk on at the University of Hawaii. We'll find out about that, but we do know he did leave Pittsburgh in the offseason. Tavika Lyons with the ball for Clark Hatch. Goes into the right, nothing there, pulled it back out. And checking into the game, Rocky Mori now for Clark Hatch Fitness, his first appearance of the night. Lyons with the ball over to Ballard, 8 on the shot clock. Shot is short. McCraven with the rebound.
Not his best shot either. A 3 for him, Leon Ballard, is not a great shot.
Vienna with the ball, gives it over to William Brodus. His 3 is short. Gets the loose ball, though, over to Ranch. He'll drive in the lane. Back out to the right side for Vienna for a long 3, and it is good for Dean Vienna. And now we've got a 14-point game. Well, Strategy sweeping Clark Hatch Fitness in the regular season. Now with their biggest lead of the night, 63-49. Avila with the ball, covered tightly by Ranch. Rocky Mori out of Damien High School will take a 3. That is short. The loose ball controlled by William Brodus. 4-on-2 break, and Brodus goes in, and he makes the layup. Alvin Stevenson, Clark Hatch Fitness coach, was really trying to figure out what else he can do. As well, Strategy using that speed and really pouring it on right now, up by 16. Ballard down low, no double team yet. He goes in for the easy 3-footer. And again, when he's not double teamed, those shots are pretty easy for Leon Ballard. Ballard now with 22 points on the evening. 14-point lead. Rashawn Brodus with the ball over to William. Dean Vienna now with the ball. Well, Strategy actually taking their time for a change. Covered by Maury now. Vienna has the ball. Into the paint. Gives it over to William Brodus in the left corner. And it is a 3 for William Brodus. 68-51, 17-point lead for Welch Strategy. Ballard with the ball, pushes off a little bit on Ranch. They don't call it. Avila with the ball, covered by Dean Vienna. Over to Kavika Lyons. Down low to Leon Ballard. Double team is coming. Ballard pulls over to the right, and the shot is a little off, out of bounds. And the refs get together, and they will give the ball to Welch Strategy partners. 14:46 left in the game. Checking in right now for Welch Strategy is Waikoloa Noah, number 33. As William Brodus takes his first rest of the night. Dason Watanabe comes in the game for Maury of Clark Hatch Fitness. They could use his 3-point shooting. Rashawn Brodus with the ball, covered by Lyons, little screen by Vienna. Brodus finds an opening, guards baseline, nothing there, and throws it out to the top of the key. It goes into the backcourt, and they will call a backcourt violation on Welch Strategy. Brodus threw the ball. They're saying it was tipped by a Clark Hatch Fitness player. Not sure if I saw that, and the referees definitely did not see that. Clark Hatch Fitness with the ball. Keola Stitzel checking in for Jordan Ranch for Walt Strategy.
As Clark Hatch goes shorter.
And they got Watanabe in, yes. So Kavika Lions with the ball now. Down low to Ballard. They'll call the foul like before the basket. Ballard makes the shot. The whistle went when he was still on the ground. And Clark Hatch Fitness will inbound the ball. 14:22 left in the second half. 68-51. Walt Strategy. Lions with the ball. Covered by Noah. Down low to Ballard. Covered by Vienna. Nothing there. Gives it over to Veal on the other side. Long three is good for Clark Hatch Fitness. And they're going to need some threes to get back in this game. Noah with the ball. Drives into the lane. Layup is too strong, and Phil Martin controls the rebound. Stolen at midcourt by Stitzel. He pulls up from the free throw line. Gives it to a cutting Noah, and his layup is good. Waikoloa Noah. Giving Walt Strategy a 16-point lead, 70-54. Under 14 left in the game. Jason Watanabe with the ball. Finds Ballard, or wasn't expecting the pass. Stolen by Vienna. Rashawn Brodus over to Kyrie McCraven just checking in. He loosed the ball out of bounds.
That was his second behind-the-back pass. But the first one worked. This one wasn't close.
McCraven was not expecting
Which
that.
always leads you to say to your players, don't do that. Just get the 2 points. We're not interested in looking
a little too
good.
fancy for their own good.
We're looking to play good, not look good.
Martin with the ball down low, covered by McCraven. Now a double team. Martin pulls up. Bank shot is no good from 6 feet. Rashawn Brodus with the rebound, covered by Watanabe. Finds Stitzel way outside. He finds a cutting Dean Vienna, who misses the uncontested layup. Leon Ballard with the rebound. Watanabe with the ball, thinks about a three, and now takes it. That's going to be way too strong for Watanabe. It was wide open, but shot the ball too hard off the glass. Vienna thinks about a three. Gives the ball over to Brodus, who will take the three from the left side. Another three for Rashawn Brodus. 19-point lead, 73-54, Walt Strategy. Under 13 left in the game. Kavika Lions covered by Dean Vienna. Kind of splits the defense there in a double team. Still nowhere to go for Lions. Gives it back out to Phil Martin trying a three, and that is short. Ballard with the offensive rebound. The putback is good for Leon Ballard. 73-56, Walt Strategy. McCraven with the ball, thinks about a shot, but sees Phil Martin there, gives it out to Brodus. Covered by Lions on the left side. He'll pull up for another three. And a rare miss for Rashawn Brodus. Loose ball controlled by Ballard. Brings the ball up to the top of the key. Finds Lions on the right side. Kavika Lions for a three. Bounces high off the glass and is no good. Dean Vienna with the rebound. And Dean Vienna bringing the ball past midcourt, covered by Dason Watanabe. 20 on the shot clock, 12:07 left in the second half. Vienna muscling in over Watanabe. Spin move, hits the back of the rim and out for Vienna. But the ball is thrown away. Phil Martin thought Kavika Lions was expecting that pass.
That's
He
two
didn't see it
layups.
until the last second, goes out of bounds to Walt Strategy.
That's 2 layups they missed. That's 2 uncontested layups they missed. Otherwise, they would have had a bigger lead, 21-point lead.
Exactly 12 minutes left in the second half, 73-56. Stitzel with the ball for Walt Strategy. As Ranch checks back in the game for Walt Strategy, in for Dean Vienna. Both Brodus brothers on the bench. That is rare, but they can afford it. Stitzel with the three, and that's why they can afford it. Keola Stitzel out of Roosevelt High School makes the three.
One of his better games.
He also played at Iowa Wesleyan as well. 20-point lead for Walt Strategy over to Avila. Little contact, and they finally call it. That will be on Keola Stitzel. Avila looking to drive, the little stutter step, and Stitzel committing the foul. And according to my scoreboard, Clark Hatch Fitness yet to commit a foul this half. Leon Ballard, well, that is the first one for another one for Walt Strategy, as Ballard goes up, and he is fouled underneath the basket. They got 16 fouls for Walt Strategy, 0 for Clark Hatch Fitness. Ballard at the line for 2. 11:28 left in the half. Ballard with 24 points, 12 rebounds. 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. Without Leon Ballard, you wonder where this game would be. I guess one of the things it would be is probably over. He's really keeping them in almost contention. And he gets to an 18-point lead. There'll be a timeout on the court. 18-point lead, 76-58. Wealth Strategy with the commanding lead. 11:28 left in the second half. Now, Tony, we've seen both Broadus brothers on the bench. They can afford that with this big lead, but even after they both go on the bench, William and Rashawn, we see Keola Stitzel come up with a big three.
Well, I was just going to say, Wealth Strategy doesn't have a bad bench at all. Their three players are not bad basketball players, so they can afford to give people a rest and still be competitive. They got some good people sitting down and coming in and going out, as opposed to Clark Hatch, who has to keep their two big men in there, because if their two big men aren't on the floor, this is a 20-point, 25-point game.
Right.
So I guess, you know,
they have that advantage on their side.
The bench for Wealth Strategy is a little bit stronger.
Stitzel with the ball now as they get ready to inbound the ball. Wealth Strategy. Shot clock down to 15. Stitzel pulls up from 17, and it is good. Keola Stitzel with two outside shots in a row, getting the lead back to 20, 78-58.
Best game he's played all year. The best game he's played all year.
Probably so.
Without a doubt.
I've liked watching him play over the years. A real steady player, smart player. And even though he doesn't have the size of some of the others, he plays really smart. And a lot of hustle. And Stitzel with the ball again. Goes in for the layoff, really gets a little separation, holding off the defender with his left hand. He gets the right-handed layup to drop. And Stitzel with another basket, now a 22-point lead. Avila with the ball. Gives it to Ballard down low, back up to Avila. Tries a three. No good. Umu with the rebound. Kamalu Umu for Wealth Strategy with the rebound. Real strong player, doing a great job. Stitzel with the ball again, covered by Avila. Screened by Umu. Avila goes down. Stitzel trying to find an open player, finds McCraven. He drives into the lane, and his left-handed shot is off. Phil Martin with the rebound. Over to Kavika Lions. Lions pulling up for a three, and that is good. Nothing but net for Kavika Lions. 80-61, 10-minute mark of the second half. Jordan Ranch with the ball for Wealth Strategy. Covered by Phil Martin. Ranch trying to find an opening, nothing down baseline. And he finds McCraven, gives it back to Umu. 13 on the shot clock for Wealth Strategy. They're in no rush. And Umu with the ball, nice dribbling. And now goes baseline, a little contact. Umu with a nice left-handed baseline drive and gets the lead to 21, 82-61. Nice drive right there by Kamalu Umu. Ballard with the ball. He pulls up from 8, in and out. Out of bounds, and they will give the ball to Clark Hatch Fitness. 9:18 left in the second half. Watanabe reports back in. Also, William Broadus back in for McCraven for Wealth Strategy. John Avila takes a bench for Clark Hatch. Quick inbound to Ballard. He loses the ball. Double team and even a triple team at the end. And they will call a foul on Wealth Strategy. And that foul will go on, I believe, Umu. And they're saying 2 shots. I don't think he was shooting what the refs say they are. 17 fouls.
Not agree with that call.
For Wealth Strategy, 0 for Clark Hatch Fitness this half. If nothing else, they're winning that battle. The foul battle. They're not winning on the scoreboard yet. It's going to be tough to really get back in. And as good as Leon Ballard is, Tony pointed this out in the first half, free throws are not a strength of Leon Ballard. This is the first free throw. Second is long as well. Martin puts the rebound up, but it is controlled by Umu for Wealth Strategy. Over to Stitzel. Pass midcourt. Finds a cutting Ranch for Wealth Strategy. I thought that might have been a foul. They say it's knocked out of bounds with 9:05 left in the second half. 21-point lead, 82-61 Wealth Strategy. Noah in the game, inbounding for Wealth Strategy. Over to William Broadus. Drives baseline, and it is blocked. Good block by Bob Tuaola for Clark Hatch Fitness. They will call that a foul. 2 free throws coming up. William Brodus at the lines. First shot is good. Second free throw, also good by Brodus. 23-point lead, 84-61. William Brodus now with 23. Rashawn with 19 for Walsh Strategy. Lions with the ball, covered by Stitzel, pulls up for a three. Been successful a couple of times. This one goes off the backboard, out of bounds. Possession, Walsh Strategy. 84-61 is the lead, 8:42 left in the second half. The winner of this game will play at 6 o'clock on Thursday against number 2 seed National Fire Protection. Stitzel with the ball, screened by Noah. For the pick and roll, nothing there. Covered by Watanabe. Little push off, and they will call the push off on Stitzel on that one. He definitely pushed off, cutting into the lane, trying to get some space. Good defense by Dason Watanabe, holding his ground. Lions with the ball for Clark Hatch. Down low to Ballard. Double team is coming, loses the ball. Not sure where he was trying to pass it, but it's stolen. And Noah with the rebound and the layup for Walsh Strategy. And they are now up by 25, 86-61. Watanabe with the ball, covered by Stitzel. Coming up on the 8-minute mark of the second half. Watanabe drives in the paint, little pull up, hits the rim, and is in for Clark Hatch Fitness. William Brodus with the ball. Pass midcourt. Under 8 minutes left in the game. Pick and roll, nothing there with Noah there. Brodus drives baseline, nothing there, and he loses the ball off of his leg, out of bounds. The ball will be over to Clark Hatch Fitness. Dason Watanabe with the ball. Covered by Stitzel. Ballard down low. Gives it to Phil Martin. He tried the left-handed layup, and it is good by Phil Martin. Topeka Lions controls the rebound. Pass midcourt. Covered by Noah. Looks for a three, nothing there as Ranch is covering him pretty tightly. Ballard with the ball. Beats the double team and goes in for the right-handed scoop layup for Leon Ballard. Down to 19. There is time left. We have seen stranger things happen in the Summer League where big leads will disappear. Not sure if we'll get that tonight, but it's definitely not over yet. Brodus with the ball, posting up against Lions. Nothing there, back out to Umu. He'll try a 3-0 there, controlled by Tuola for Clark Hatch. Give it up to the Topeka Lions. Martin with the ball down low. Double team is late, Phil Martin pulls it back out. Now thinks about driving baseline, goes in the right side, left side, and he is fouled going up for the basket. Double teams seem to be coming late for Walsh Strategy now. I'm not sure if they're a little tired or if they're just maybe sitting on this lead a little bit. Hasn't really affected them that much, but they're not as quick with the double team as they were in the first half. Phil Martin at the free throw line for 2 for Clark Hatch Fitness. First shot is good by Phil Martin.
Well, I don't know who's getting tired or not, but I'd like to have an 18-point lead.
Yes.
In any game I ever played, that's a lot of points.
And you can see some of these guys really starting to show a little bit of the fatigue.
Well, now Brodus has come back in, and some of the guys have gone out.
But he had a nice rest there.
2 Brodus brothers back in the game. So.
Martin missed the second free throw. McCraven goes in for the layup. Phil Martin blocked it off the backboard. They will call that goaltending. Basket will be credited to Kiri McCraven from Wanalua High School. 20-point lead for Walsh Strategy. Lions with the ball. Coming up on the 6-minute mark of the second half. Ballard with the ball, double team, still gets the shot off. It is banked in, and a foul on Walsh Strategy partner. And I believe that foul is on Waikoloa Noah. Ballard will go to the free throw line. And even though they're up by 18, you make a couple more of these free throws, you can maybe slowly get back into this game. But if you're going to keep on missing one here and there, it's not going to give you those opportunities down the stretch.
Well, I just don't get a good feel for Clark Hatch. I just don't get a good feel about the remaining part of the game.
Free throw is good by Leon Ballard.
Does he have 30
has now
yet?
got 31 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists.
How many? 31?
31 points. Brodus back in the game. Rashawn with the ball, covered by Avila. Little stutter step, drives into the lane, left-handed layup is good. Rashawn Brodus with another excellent shot, driving in for the left-handed layup. Lions with the ball, almost loses it. Vienna covering him real tightly. Down low to Ballard, double team comes. He finds an open Watanabe for a three. It will be short. Martin with the rebound. He tried to find some space, nothing there. Gives it back up top. Watanabe over to the left side for Lyon. He'll try a three. That is short. Phil Martin with the tip in, or Ballard with the tip in. 33 points now for Leon Ballard. 17-point lead, 90-73. McCraven up top to Rashawn Brodus, and we will have, I'm not sure if that's a timeout. And the shot clock is out.
We got it.
Shot clock is either out or they just figured it's not necessary with 5:08 left in the game.
That's nice remark.
Scoreboard is working, but the shot clock is out. They're going to try to fix that here. If you're World Strategy, do you try to use the shot clock, whether it's working or not, Tony, with that 17-point commanding lead?
Well, I do. I think they have to tailor their game now to the score. You know, you have to make that adjustment all through the game. You know, and when you're up by this many points with this amount of time left, it's always to your favor to use the clock to your advantage, and I think they should do that. And I think that's something you should learn all through your career. Learn in football or baseball, basketball, doesn't matter.
They're going to call it officials timeout as they're still addressing the shot clock, and they do get it turned on.
And it's fixed.
And we'll see if they will continue the timeout or bring both teams on the court. It looks like they're bringing both teams back on the court. You don't want to see a team, when you're talking about using the shot clock, really get out of their offense so much that they start missing easy baskets and let the other team get back in the game. 17-point lead, 5:08 left in the game. There's still time left for Clark Hatch Fitness, but the way they're playing with the opportunities they have, it's going to be difficult.
Well, you always worry about that. You always worry about holding the ball and losing your momentum. You always worry about that. That's why you got to practice it.
Brodus misses the shot for World Strategy. Ballard drives down low, and he is pushed out of bounds by William Brodus. And we'll check on the foul. That is 5 for William Brodus. Again, 6 fouls allowed before disqualification in the NCAA Summer League. 1 more for Brodus. Ballard at the free throw line for 2. And again, he makes these 2 free throws. I mean, you're slowly getting back in. You're running out of time. Clock is not in your favor anymore. But you're really going to hurt any opportunity you might have had with the missing of more free throws.
Well, what you have to remember in a game like this is that neither team plays defense. So it's always hard to stop them from scoring if you're not going to play defense. What you have to hope is that they miss their shots. You can't say, well, let's stop them, because obviously it's very difficult to play defense anyway. So
Ballard makes the second of the free throws, misses the first. 16-point lead, 90-74. 4:50 left in the second half. William Brodus with the ball. Pulls up outside the three-point line, now spins down low, left baseline, nothing there, covered by Ballard. He finds a cutting player, Noah. Waikoloa Noah, but couldn't hold on to the basketball. Clark Hatch Fitness with another opportunity to get a little closer in this game. Lions with the ball, gives it back to Avila, nothing there. Now Avila has the ball.
All they got to do is go inside.
He cuts through the defense, but he loses the ball. And now Noah with a basket. He will go up. Looks like he was going up for a dunk. Was not able to convert. Dason Watanabe with the foul. Smart play by Watanabe. You don't want to give up the easy layup. Good sportsmanship as well, helping Noah up. And now Noah will go to the free throw line and see if he can convert 2. Waikoloa Noah averaging 9.3 a game at the free throw line for 2 for World Strategy. 4:27 left in the second half. 16-point lead, 90-74.
Now, they're doing this without Julian Sensley. I don't know where he is, whether he has a previous engagement or he left to play pro ball, but they're playing a pretty good game without him. They're in the 90s without him.
What I understand is that he is still in the state. He did not leave to play pro yet. Not sure if he will be back on Thursday. They'll have to check on that.
Because last year he was the MVP of that playoff tournament. It was a great tournament last year.
Both free throws are good. by Waikoloa Noah, 92-74. Walt Strategy up by 18. Ballard with the ball covered by McCraven. Back over to Vila. He'll try a three. Front of the rim off. Ballard tips it out to Watanabe. Takes a three, no goes up, and it's an air ball, too strong. Phil Martin with the offensive rebound. The left-handed putback is good for Clark Hatch Fitness. You can't match baskets right now if you're Clark Hatch Fitness, though. You're still down by 16, and the clock is not on your side. Less than 4 minutes left in the second half. Dean Vienna will try a three. That is off. Noah has a tip-in, is off. McCraven picks up the loose ball. His shot is short. He picks up the loose rebound again over three Clark Hatch Fitness players.
Hold the ball. Hold the ball.
Rashawn Brodus, a three and nothing but net for Rashawn Brodus. He has now got 24 points. His brother William, 23. They are up by 19, 95-76. 3:30 left in the game. Kavika Lions with the ball, covered by McCraven. Down low to Ballard. No double team yet. Now it comes. Ballard spins the other way. Tries a shot, hits the back of the rim. Vienna with a one-handed rebound. Dean Vienna, great rebound. Passes the ball, tries to get a Cuddy McCraven. Finds him open underneath. He misses the easy layup. Putback is no good by McCraven. Noah picks up the loose ball. His left-handed shot is no good. Ballard now with the ball. Gives it to Lyons. He'll try a three from the right side. Hits the rim and off. Brodus with the rebound. Noah left the other side of the court by himself. He gets the easy layup for Walt Strategy. 21-point lead, 97-76. Under 3 left in the game. Avila with the ball, covered by Vienna. Finds Kavika Lyons. Fakes, goes into the lane, nothing there. Over to Watanabe on the right side. His three is off, a little too strong. Last three threes for Watanabe have been too strong off the back rim. Rashawn Brodus with the ball, covered by Ballard. Pulls up for a three. A rare miss for Rashawn Brodus. Ballard with the ball, slowly advancing past midcourt. And he'll try a three, hits the back of the rim. Noah with the rebound. Gives it to Vienna, back to Noah, cutting to the basket. Easy layup for Waikoloa Noah. And we will get a timeout by Alvin Stevenson, the head coach for Clark Hatch Fitness. 2:11 left in the game. I feel confident saying the game. 99-76, 23-point lead for Walt Strategy. I didn't think this game would be that easy for them.
I didn't either. Without Julian Sensley, I didn't think it'd be easy at all. But I guess their speed really helped them out a lot. Wore down the big men from Clark Hatch, even though
Ballard has had a monster
Ballard
game.
had over 30 points. It seems to have affected them. And so now they find themselves down by 20-something points. So, you know, I think that running really did affect them. And the Brodus brothers really shot very, very, very well. So,
you know, when I hear the expression, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, I never bought that. I always thought it was harder to beat a team once when you're 0-2 than to beat a team a third time. Right now, it looks like Walt Strategy will get that sweep of 3-0. They won both games of the regular season, and it looks like they're on the way to make it 3-0 against Clark Hatch Fitness this season. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the game, really is playing out the string right now. Morey back in the game. Rocky Morey out of Damien for Clark Hatch Fitness. He gets the ball, drives late baseline. Shot is no good, but Phil Martin with the putback. 99-78. Stitzel with the ball for Walt Strategy. William Brodus on the bench now. Stitzel with the layup, and it is good. He cuts through the defense, slices in, and makes the layup. 101-78. I thought we might get team scoring in the 100. I thought it might be both, though. And it's not to be for Clark Hatch Fitness. Watanabe with another three hitting the back rim. Vienna with a rebound. Tried to give a long pass over to Rashawn Brodus. It is stolen. Avila with the ball. He'll try a three. It is good for John Avila. 101-81. 20-point lead, 1:15 left in the game. Noah with the ball. He cuts through 2 defenders, and he is fouled by Phil Martin. 1:10 left in the game.
just hold the ball down. Just hold the ball until the end of the game. They don't have to. Game's already been decided a couple of minutes ago.
We will give the matchups coming up in just a few minutes for Thursday night semifinals, 6 and 7:30 here at Manoa Rec. Championship game on Saturday. That will be at Marino School on Tony Solito Court, and that game will start at 7 p.m. All games on Olelo TV. As Phil Martin gets a nice ovation leading the game. Good game for Phil. Gave it his all. Free throw is missed by Noah. Made the first one. Avila with the ball. Leon Ballard now drives in the lane. Pulls up from 4 feet, around the rim and in for Leon Ballard. Rashawn Brodus with the ball. Less than a minute left in this game. 19-point lead. And Brodus with a nice move, nice dribbling. Nice little fake, but the layup is no good. Avila with the ball. Tries a long three. It is no good. Tuloa with the rebound. It is good. And they will call timeout on Clark Catch Fitness. I always kind of wondered about these timeouts. Now, there's still a lot of time left in 42.9 seconds. There's not a lot of time to come back in this game. It might be just a substitution timeout, just trying to get some other guys in the game for Clark Catch Fitness.
But their whole team has played all the time, and I don't know why that anybody would call a timeout in that situation at all. Just let the game go and end it. But you see, they're still playing. I mean, they're still going to the basket. They're still playing. Instead of holding the ball and just waiting until the time runs out, they're not doing that. They're playing. So, evidently, the coach wants to tell them to hold.
I've heard in college, maybe you can let us know what you did in college, when even games are definitely decided and there's 5 or 6 seconds left, coaches will call a timeout just to strategize a play like that in a similar situation for a later game when it's close with a few seconds left.
Well, I guess that's always a possibility. I just never did it.
In this game, though, I don't think that was the case, but the season is over for Clark Catch Fitness in about 28 seconds. 102-85. Keola Stitzel with the ball for Welt Strategy. 10 on the shot clock. Double team to the left side. Nothing there. Drives baseline, though. And he found McCraven, but a pass went between McCraven's legs and out of bounds. And 14 seconds left. Clark Catch Fitness with the ball. Marco Johnson still coaching up his team. Ballard has the ball. Pulls up for a long three. It is no good. Maury with the rebound. It is no good. Tualoa with the shot. Put back is no good. And now we've got Rocky Maury with the ball to Avila. The shot will count, but it is off for John Avila, and we are done. Quarterfinal number 2 is now over. 102-85 is the score. Decisive victory for Welt Strategy over Clark Catch Fitness. Their reward for Welt Strategy, they will play at 6 o'clock on Thursday against National Fire Protection. Semifinal number 1. For the second semifinal will be the undefeated number 1 seed, Electricians Hawaii, and they will go up against Chosen Few, a winner earlier tonight.
Well, I think those games will be pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to them. And definitely the guys have played much better basketball in the playoffs than they did in the regular season, especially towards the end when everybody knows they're already in the tournament. And jockeying for position really isn't that important because after number 1, they all seem to be pretty even.
Right. And we saw a good matchup tonight. It just wasn't to be for Clark Catch. Not sure if the short bench was part of it. Really the speed of Welt Strategy and the guard play, just like Golden State has been, and you talked about that before the game, was really the difference. And we see that by their 2 guards. Rashawn Brodus, 24 points. William Brodus, 23 points. Also, Keola Stitzel with 11 points. Those are the 3 players in double figures for Welt Strategy, and they obviously led the way tonight.
Well, I think in the beginning of the game we said the Brodus brothers are going to be hard to stop, and of course they were. They scored 40-something points between them. So, I think whenever you're playing in any college game or a game like this, it's guard play that's going to win you the game. And I think even as you go up higher into the NBA, you see where having electric guards really help you. Curry and Thompson for the Golden State Warriors, Harden for Houston. The guards are, even when LeBron James plays a guard, he's really, and it becomes a much more exciting player. So, guard play is really important, and these teams tonight exhibited that guard play is very important during these games.
See that kind of as a trend in the NBA, and it definitely worked tonight for Clark Catch Fitness. They did not have Aaron Valdez tonight. They haven't had him for a little while. They are led by Leon Ballard, 36 points, 15 rebounds. Really good effort by Ballard. Phil Martin contributing as well with 16 points, 11 rebounds. John Avila also in double figures with 12 points. About 7 or 8 minutes left in the game, it looked like Welt Strategy was pulling away. Clark Catch Fitness actually had a small lead early in the second half, and it was a back-and-forth game. But again, as we saw in the last 10 minutes, and again more so at 7 or 8 minutes left, we saw Welt Strategy kind of wear down Clark Catch Fitness, and the guard play really was the difference. That you just said.
And I think their speed really hurt them. Not their overall speed, because once again, I I've said this a number of times. They played with all guards all night, so the guards were running up and down all the time, and it took a toll on the big men from Clark Hatch.
And again, the matchups for Thursday. Again, we're going to have some great semifinals here at Manoa Rec. First game at 6 o'clock. Walt Strategy Partners. We just saw them have a convincing win. They will go up against number 2 seed National Fire Protection. Should be a great game. Second semifinal at 7:30 on Thursday. Number 1 and undefeated Electricians Hawaii, Artie Wilson's team. Seems like they're in the championship game, if not winning it every year. They will go up against Chosen Few, who won in the first quarterfinal tonight. Both of those semifinals, I think, are going to be great games. Even though Electricians Hawaii is undefeated, and Tony, you and I have been up here basically every week for Summer League, they've had a couple of really close wins. They've escaped a few times.
Well, I told Artie the first game, I thought this year, this was his best year coaching. He had a very good team in the beginning, and then his really good players left, and he had a bunch of young kids who haven't played a lot. I don't think as a coach I ever would like to go in anywhere undefeated and play big games because
a little more pressure.
Yeah, sometimes your first loss might come up and you really don't like that.
They talk about good losses in the regular season.
Yeah,
he wasn't given that opportunity. And before the game, we talked to both head coaches for this quarterfinal game, both former players of yours, Tony. And we knew one of them would be joining us after the game. One happy former HBU player, one unhappy player. Well, the happy one is Marco Johnson. It seems like we do this every year, talking after a game, a big game, and a big win for Marco Johnson. Congratulations, Marco.
Thanks, Gary.
Looks like it was perfectly planned for you the way it worked out tonight.
Yeah, they actually listened, and we try to get out in transition. We try to double the post and get some few stops. And once we did get a couple stops, we got out in transition. We got a chance to get easy baskets.
When you looked at the roster again, we talked about it before the game. Tony talked to you about playing a lot of guards and going small. Did you try to wear down the bigs for Clark Hatch? Because Martin and Ballard are really good players. You double team them early and often, and it looks like they did show a little fatigue down the stretch.
Yeah, we knew they would get a little bit tired if we tried to make them run in transition. But there's no stopping those two guys. Those two guys are excellent players, so we tried our best.
And how did you feel playing without Julian?
I didn't like it, but I think the guys responded well. And I think we kind of needed that. And that way we don't depend on Julian for every game. So some of those guys were able to get their confidence
And what's
back.
his story, Coach?
Julian was out of town. He'll be back Thursday. So.
Oh, good.
He will be back. That's a big bonus for you, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah. Lucky to have him back. He's just going to add to this playoff run. And he didn't play last year, so he kind of is really, really hungry to get back here.
I was kind of curious about this, and Tony and I talk about this pretty often, and I know a lot of the viewers are curious. How much coaching is done in these leagues? Because, sometimes some of these games do look like pickup games, but we watched you tonight. You and Alvin were really coaching it up, and you coach high school basketball. How much coaching actually is done?
Well, there's a lot of coaching, and there's a lot of managing as well. You have to manage personalities. You have to manage and bridge the gap between the older guys and the younger guys. So there's some strategy in there. Also, you just more or less just managing personalities.
Yeah, I do. I've talked about that before with Marco. You don't really have 4 or 5 days to practice.
Yeah.
So it becomes much more of a psychological trying to keep people happy kind of thing rather than when you're coaching. You have guys and you coach them 5 days a week, and if they do something wrong, then, of course, you say, we've worked on this and we should be better at it. As here, you just have to let it go. You can't say anything about it.
Well, I've been fortunate to have the same core group of guys year in and year out. So they kind of know what I'm looking for, and we kind of play well together. So that makes it a little bit easier.
As far as your bench is concerned, we'll wrap it up right after this. We'll get one of your star players here in just a second. But when you have a short bench, is that a concern of yours as well when you're coaching up a game?
Oh, definitely, especially when you're facing Phil Martin and Leon Ballard. So we were just fortunate to not get in foul trouble tonight, but definitely the more the merrier on the bench.
Well, we will see you Thursday night. You have the first game on Thursday against National Fire Protection. Should be a great game, and with Julian Sensley back, should be an added weapon for you guys. So we wish you the best of luck on Thursday, Marco.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Marco Johnson
Good luck.
joining us here, and we're going to get his leading scorer from tonight joining us in just a second as well. And what a terrific performance we got to see tonight. We'll get to see more of it on Thursday at least, as we are joined by Rashawn Brodus from Wealth Strategy Partners. Congratulations on the game. Now, we talk about the guard play. We talked before the game, Tony, comparing you guys with Golden State. Is this kind of like Riley Curry now, with Steph Curry bringing his daughter to the game?
Yeah. My daughter comes to most of the games. I thought I'd bring her out here tonight.
Well,
so.
she's a lot prettier than you. That's what I'll say.
Definitely.
For sure.
She gets it from her mom, not me.
For this game, and again, both teams missing a key player or two. You guys didn't have Julian Sensley. You and your brother, we've watched you guys so many years here in the Summer League. What was your mindset before the game?
To just run. Coach Marco was telling us to get out there and run, and, like coming towards the end of the game, they're not going to be able to stay with us. So we just pushed the tempo and just kept it at a fast pace for them.
You got to guess, guys had a 7-point lead at halftime, 50-43. It was a close game in the second half. They actually had a little lead over you guys. I think a 2 or 3-point lead Clark Hatch Fitness did. And about 7 or 8 minutes left in the game, you guys really made your move, and it seemed that fatigue was a factor. Did you guys notice you guys wearing them down? And what was going through your mind when Clark Hatch regained the lead?
Just to keep playing. We still had a lot of time left, so we just got to keep our composure and just go, fight through it. But we knew that, once they start wearing down their bigs, especially, that we can just keep pushing it, because we had a bunch of guards out there. Pretty much all 5 of our players were all guards. Umu was a big guy, but he can play on the wing for us, so we was able to spread out Phil Martin a little bit. But all we did was we helped out a lot. We double-teamed, and we just helped the helper.
Now, let me ask you, how often do you practice your shooting? Because, obviously tonight you shot extremely well, and it's very difficult to shoot the three-point shot well all the time. I've always said, three-point shooters are like the weather, hot today, cold tomorrow. But you were very hot tonight. And how often do you practice during the week shooting it?
Well, I practice every day, and whether it's my ball handling or my shooting. I do pretty much everything every day. It's what I do for my living, and I have to make sure that I keep my skills up.
Well, I think people have to, I hate to make a generalization, but I think people have to understand practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you get. That's just a simple rule that people have to understand. So obviously, you making your shots tonight was a direct result of your practicing. Also, you have a good shot, of course, so natural ability. But it's the practice that really helps you feel so confident, I guess.
Oh, yeah, definitely, because everybody only sees the finishing product. You see us whenever we're in the game, but they don't really see what leads up to the game. The hours in the gym that we actually spend just practicing on our craft, And I'm not a shooter. That's not my best strength in my game. I'm more of a penetrator, and I like to get people involved. But I'm also a scoring point guard. I always have been. But hitting my three-point shot, it helps out a lot, because now people got to play me close, and I can use my quickness to get around them whenever there's a mismatch on.
Definitely.
You said shooting is not your strength. You could have fooled us with that. Now, you just said also a minute ago, and I was not aware of this. I know you played in college, you played great in high school, but you said this is how you make your living. Are you playing professionally
in Canada
right now?
Huh?
No, I've been playing seven years. I'm going on 8 years playing in Europe. I've played 1 year in Romania, a year in Ukraine, and the rest of my years in Lithuania.
Oh,
and so last year was actually my best season of my career so far. I got point guard of the year this past season. My team got a Euro Cup berth, and so it was a great year for me individually and for my team. And right now I'm just waiting to sign somewhere else for next year.
Do you have any ideas where you might be playing?
I might end up in Poland. But there's a few other options. I'm just waiting to see what's the best ideal situation for me and my family to go to.
Well, good luck to you, and you've really put on a great show for us. We really appreciated it a lot.
Thank you.
It's been fun watching you play. We'll get to see more of it on Thursday, Rashawn. We appreciate that. Again, a great game, and we'll look forward to you guys will be in the first semifinal on Thursday at 6 o'clock.
Thanks for taking your
maybe we'll be talking
Thanks
to you again after that game as well.
This is my daughter, Akaya, right here.
Hi.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good job.
Good job.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. And an exciting game and a convincing victory for Wealth Strategy Partners as they win going away. Convincing victory again Thursday at 6 o'clock, semifinal number 1. And Wealth Strategy with Julian Sensley against National Fire Protection. I know the National Fire Protection is the higher seed. I kind of give a little bit of an edge to Wealth Strategy based on tonight and last week.
You're going out on a limb, are you, Gary?
A little bit.
A
little bit.
I'll see you Thursday.
Second game, not exactly sure. I think that's going to be a good game with Chosen Few and Electricians Hawaii. But we've seen so many great games over the years here. We invite you to join us back Thursday at 6 o'clock on Olelo TV, right here at Manoa Rec. Saturday, the championship game over at Marino on Tony Solito Court. That's got to be a thrill for you coming up on Saturday, announcing a game on your court.
Yeah, it sure will. It definitely will be, for sure.
Well, we'll look forward to that. But again, first things first, Thursday, the semifinals. Again, both games on Olelo TV. We thank you for joining us. We will see you Thursday at 6 o'clock. o'clock right here on Olelo TV. Have a great night.